Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing good. Hope your day is doing amazing. Oh my goodness, it seems like I haven't filmed in a long time. I feel like I haven't filmed in a long time. But yes, today I decided to do a video. I got a cold and I'm just recovering, so I feel a bit stuffy, but we move. Your girl's hair has to be done. My hair has been washed and moisturized, and I just put them in these twists to sort of stretch them a little bit and just let them air dry. I hate when I have single strand knots. Like, we haven't even gone anywhere. I'm finding single strand knots. It's just a sign that I need to trim my ends. Yeah. For those of you always asking how do I stretch my hair, this is how I always stretch my hair without heat. Like, I just put them in twists, usually 8 twists, and just let them air dry. It sort of stretches my hair a little bit. I mean, not as much, but just a little bit. I actually feel like my hair doesn't change texture that much between when it's wet, when it's dry, and when it's damp. I feel like my hair just looks the same outside of shrinkage. I feel like also this year maybe I should take a chance and blow dry my hair. I haven't put heat in my hair for I think about 4 years now, maybe going on 5 years. So maybe. I still have trauma from heat damage years ago. Alrighty, did I mention what today's hairstyle is? Not sure I did, but we're doing cornrows. And at the moment, I think I want to do between 6 and 8, but we're just gonna go as the spirit leads, you know? I'm adding a little bit of hair as I go along in the hairstyle just because I want a bit of length, you know what I mean? So I will start the cornrows first and then feed in the hair extension, and this is the hair that I'm using. I wanted to use color 1B, my hair color, but I also wanted to use a little bit of color. As you know, I always like to start doing my hair from the back.
Especially when I do cornrows, I always make sure I do single plaits at the back so I can save my back edges. And even though my hair is moisturized, I'm still adding a little bit of styling cream and detangling it some more.
I take 2 pieces of the hair, join them together, so this is 1 piece, but I hold these 2 pieces together, hope you can see what I'm doing, and put my finger through this, so I have 3 pieces, if that makes sense. So I have this, holding this together, and put that there, so I have 3 pieces, and I divided my hair into 3.
I start by putting the hair extensions over my own hair that has now been divided into 3, and then I start to braid slowly, making sure I grab my hair and it's not loose but not too tight either. Then I start to feed in the hair, almost like feeding braids or like knotless braids, and I keep adding the hair and I keep braiding as well. I add hair, braid once. I think I added about 4 pieces of hair and then I continued braiding.
Then I braid. While I'm braiding, I'm also making sure that I'm tucking my own hair underneath the braiding hair to protect my own hair against the elements and stuff, because it is cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside.
At this point, the 3 I wanted at the back are all done and I'm ready to do the front.
Okay, so let's rule the first line. I don't want my cornrows to be straight. I want it to be a bit curved because I had straight lines for the last hairstyle I had, and I just want to interchange the lines. I honestly don't know what kind of curved lines I want. I'm just going with the flow as per usual, as the spirit leads.
The way I usually get my lines to be straight is when I start ruling the line, I just go with the flow, and then I start to use my mirror to look at how straight it is or where it's crooked, and I use my fingers as a guide to keep ruling the lines to make it straight. At this point, my hair is still a bit damp, so I'm adding styling cream and some oil just to make it a little bit more moisturized, and then I brush it with a detangling brush. Then we start to braid. I start by braiding my own hair. Once I do that a little bit, I add a tiny piece of hair and then I braid. Then I add another tiny piece of hair and then I braid. You get the gist. I continue this. As I start to go a bit lower in the braid, I add a bigger piece of hair. I'm also trying to make sure that the hair extension doesn't tangle with my own hair, so I'm very careful as I braid. I've also done this for years, so practice makes progress. Now I'm starting with the black color 1B hair extensions first as I braid, and then as I go along towards the base of my hair is where I would add the teal, so it's almost like an ombre effect, black into teal color. This is definitely an arm workout because of how slow I'm going. Look at my braid. Look at that first braid. It looks so nice. At this point, I'm making sure that my own ends are tucked into the hair. So this part is a bit slower because I'm just trying to look into my mirror to make sure my own hair is tucked into the hair extension. Then for length, I'm adding a little bit of hair extension to make the ends a bit longer. And that's how I add the hair.
I feel like I also don't know what I'm gonna do to the ends. I don't know if I want to make it longer. I don't know if I want to put curls in it. So for the ends for now, I'm just gonna leave them as is, and then once I'm done with all of my hair, then I can decide what I want to do to the ends. Have you ever had a lover with just your hands?
One of my issues with doing hairstyles like this is because I get obsessed with having straight lines. I would literally rule the line over and over and over again till I feel like it's really, really straight. I'm trying to let myself know that the line doesn't have to be as straight, but it's a battle that we fight every day. And we start to braid again. Remember what I said earlier, you start braiding with your own hair first, and then you start to feed in the hair little by little. If you're doing this hairstyle, one key thing to remember is to not do it too tight. You do not want your cornrows to be too tight or you have a headache. You don't want to be one of those people that go to the salon and they make their hair tight and they tell them you have to take a painkiller. No, we're not doing that. This was the exact moment I started to question my life choices. My arms were on fire, but we move. It's an arm workout after all. Who needs a gym when you can do your own hair? The reason why I chose this hair and not expression was because it matched my hair to a T. This is exactly what my hair texture looked like, and I just didn't want it to be any different. I didn't want to blow dry my hair because I knew that if I used the pre-stretched extension, I would have to blow dry my hair, and I wasn't doing that, so this was great. And of course, remember to tuck your ends in so it doesn't stick out too much out of the hair. At this point, I needed a break. I needed a food break, I needed a dance break, I needed all the breaks I could take, okay? I was tired, but I had to keep going. I didn't have enough time to eat an actual meal, so this was the next best thing before I finished my hair. Just something to give me enough energy. I did a quick stretch before I continued.
I think I'm at the halfway point, I think. I have done 3 on this side, and I think I will do 4 on this side. Odd number. I wanted to do 8 or 6. Is it me or the line here is not straight? Oh my god. Whew, I ain't unraveling that, so we move. Okay, on to the next one, on to the next one.
I know some people might be like they can't do this hairstyle on their hair, but one thing I need to remind you is that practice makes progress. There was a time where I couldn't get straight lines. There was a time where I couldn't even cornrow my hair, not to even think of adding hair extensions. So it took practice. Always remember that. You have to be consistent, you have to be patient, and eye on the prize. It definitely gets easier with time, I promise. Another tip, and this is what I always do when I do my hair, is I listen to music or I watch a movie, I have a dance session, I sing along, I do anything and everything to make it fun. I always make sure doing my hair is a fun process. I never get bored. I think that's why I always look forward to doing my hair. Outside of self-care, I just have fun. And before I know it, time flies by and it's all done.
I actually just had a breakfast, but literally an hour ago.
Like cookies at work. I be break lunch.
Oh my gosh.
My friend also came to visit to either keep me company or to distract me from doing my hair. I wasn't sure which one. But we also had such a good time just catching up, gisting, having a good laugh while I did my hair. So that was really good as well. Oh my god, my very last braid. There's a feeling I feel when I get to my last braid and it's like, oh, we're almost done. But yes, I know that I'm almost at a finish line and I can see it. So braiding the back of my hair is almost the same as parting my hair as well. I use two mirrors, one in front and one at the back. So I use a mirror to basically see where I'm braiding in the front through the back, if that makes sense. I drop the mirror in front and I continue braiding. And then from time to time, I either use my fingers to feel if I'm braiding straight or I look at the mirror again. I always use two mirrors. Two mirrors are my best friend whenever I'm doing my hair. Trust me, I do not have eyes at the back of my head. Also, because I want my cornrows to be loose and not too tight, they're going to look a little bit frizzy and that's fine. Like, I don't want it to be too smooth. So now that I've decided what I'm doing with the ends, yes, I'm just braiding it all the way through to have straight ends. I thought I was gonna curl them before, but I changed my mind. So I'm having straight ends. All I do is, instead of putting the hair in my mouth, please do not put hair extensions in your mouth when you braid. We do not know where this hair has been or who has touched it, or what chemicals are on there, so always use a hair clip like I do to just clip it up and continue braiding. This has been a lifesaver. And we're done, hair all done. The next thing I do is to apply mousse, just to smoothen it out a little bit. I don't want to dip it in hot water just because I choose not to. I don't even know why I didn't. But anyways, you can dip the hair in hot water if you want. This was just a personal preference.
Into my eyes, little baby.
This one you look like
I really love the way this hairstyle turned out and I love it so much. It's simple, it's straight to the point. Even though I started by saying I was gonna do just a few, I ended up doing about 7 and 3 at the back, so like 10 braids in total. But oh my gosh, I love the way it turned out. It is so good. These little braids that I did at the back will ensure that my back edges are saved and, you know, it doesn't pull. It just makes sure my hair there is intact. It is quite versatile as well. Even though I finished the ends straight, I feel like in the next few days I'm gonna put some beads. If I do put some beads, I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I love it so much. And I love that it's black and just with a touch of color. So I just wanted a little bit of color and it's towards the end of my braids. I can't wait to rock this for the next 2-3 weeks max. We'll see how it goes, but I love that the hair extension that I use also matched my hair texture, which is what I was going for, so that is great. As always, if you've gotten to this point of this video, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for always watching my video from start to finish. It means a lot to me and it just makes sure I keep going on as a creator, you know, so thank you for supporting me. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to actually like this video, press that button and like it. And then as usual, spread the love. Please share my video with anybody you wish, just so we can spread the love and spread the different hairstyles. I can't stop touching my hair. Please don't forget to also press that bell so you get a notification for every time I post. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you next time. Bye.